BGMC. The biblical truth lives here.
The ancient Hebrew scriptures foretold of the Anointed One, Yeshua HaMashiach. The Messiah Yeshua came to call the people back to the truth of His word and to follow that righteous path. Yeshua then called Jewish men to be His disciples, and after His death and resurrection, those Jewish men told the world about the Jewish Messiah. Now, after 2,000 years, Beth Goyim Messianic Congregation has that same calling of those Jewish men, telling all people, both Jew and Gentile, about the proper ancient path, teaching the Route 66 King's Highway from Genesis through to Revelation, and how you need and can get back to the proper roots of the faith and a closer walk with God. Now, let's hear the message.
Okay, so here we have lesson number 2. We already see this. We saw this already, and then let's review. We learned the Lamed. Okay, so I'm going to be a little fast in this particular part, so if you have to make print screen, you can. Okay. But also you can get the book. Okay, if you're interested, just let me know, and I give you the information. All right, but it have to be not in Shabbat. Okay, so you cannot buy or sell in Shabbat. I hope you know that. Anyways, this is for the record because it's gonna be recorded. And okay. So, Lamed, remember the Hebrew, we read from the right to the left. Okay, this is the way that we read in Hebrew, from right to left. And this is the, Lamed is the L. Okay, you can see the shape right here on top. It's like the L, so it's pronounced the same way. But the shape is this one right here, Lamed. Okay, it sounds L, okay, example of this, the same way they say love, that first letter right here, that's the same sound that the Lamed. Okay, the Shin is this shape. Okay, and pay attention to the point right there, it has a point in the right. It sounds sh, okay, as ship. All right. Very good. The Resh is round. Okay, is round. So it's the R. Okay, that's the Resh. You can pronounce it as a Spanish speaker, Resh, or you can also use the French way to speak the R. Okay, so Resh. Okay, so you can say it with your throat. Okay, Resh or Resh. Okay, either or is correct. All right, and is the R as ran. Very good. The Dalet, it looks like a shape of a door. Okay, imagine the shape of a door. The frame, okay, like this. The Dalet is exactly like that. It is as door. Okay, it's exactly the meaning in Hebrew is Dalet is a door, and is the D in the Hebrew. Okay, very good. And the Mem, we already saw another type of Mem. It looks pretty much like this. Okay, and this Mem that I'm pointing right now is the Mem that is using at the beginning, in the middle of the phrase. Okay, but at the end, the shape that Mem makes is this one right here. It looks like a square. It looks like a little box, okay? A womb, all right? And as ram, you see, is ending with a M. This is the shape in Hebrew when something is, or some word is finished with the M. An M is supposed to be that shape, okay? This is the M, final mem, okay? Mem sofit. Very good. Let's continue. Forward. And this is the vowels that we're going to learn today, or that we reviewed last week. Is the E. The E, there's another type of E as well, but now we're reviewing this one. It's 3 points, okay? 3 points like a triangle, inverted like this. Okay, sounds E. The O, this two shape of O right here. Two shape of O. All right, is the vav with a point on top is O, or the point. Let me explain you real quick how it supposed to look. You see the square right here? So for the E, imagine there's an aleph there. So the aleph, if it looks like this, it's going to sound E. Okay? Imagine that the dalet that we saw, that it looks like a door frame, like this. Then it's going to say D. Okay? And the reish, imagine a reish there, re or re. Okay? Very good. And the same thing with the O. If I put right here, for example, one reish is going to say ro. Okay? Ro. 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 If you put a double, it's going to say ro ro. Like el chavo. Ro ro. All right, anyways. All right. So, if I put a, let me see, everybody at the same time. If I put a shin right here, how you read that? Show, right? Okay. And what about if I put a lamed right here? Imagine if I put a lamed like this. What it says? Law. Okay. And then I can see people already shaking their hand, the face, like law. Very good. Yep. So let's continue. This shape, as you can see, the shape next to it, is the script. Okay, so if I write it down, if you are writing a letter to somebody in Hebrew, is this shape the one that we're going to use? Okay, if you write it down. If you're doing on a computer or you're typing, of course it's going to be this type of letter. Very good. Let's practice the reading. Everybody at the same time. Okay. Line number one together. Okay, and there's gonna be, let me remind you guys that there's gonna be vowels here that we saw in 2 weeks ago and last week. Line number one. Ra, ra, re, ro, re, 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 ro, ra, ro. I'm going to read it again, line number one, and now I'm going to use a Israeli pronunciation, okay? Ra, ra, re, ro, ri, re, ri, ro, ra, ro. Very good. Line number two. Ra. And as you see, the he right here is silent. Doesn't have, not even at the end. Remember that? At the end, it doesn't have any sound. If the he is at the beginning, it's going to sound like pretty much like when you say hello. Like ha, he, hijo. For Spanish speakers, it's pretty much like jota, okay? And is pretty much like an H. Ra, mar, mara, mara, or, okay, or, oro, ora, okay, ora, mor, mora, mora. Line number 3, tor, Torah. Okay, Torah, right, the Torah. Mora, more, hore, hora. Very good. Line number 4. Now we are making questions. You can see the question mark right here. Mi ani, ani mora. Mi ata, ani more. Very good. Let me translate that real quick. And then in line number 4, the making question says, Mi ani, who am I? Ani mora. And in this case, it says, I'm a teacher. But you can see that it says mora. Mora is female teacher. Okay? So it's a lady. That is a teacher. Mi ata. Remember, ata is you, but masculine. Mi ata. Who are you? Ani more. I'm a teacher. And then in this case, teacher, masculine, okay? Because ata is masculine and more. And the question right here that you can do probably is like, if we don't have the vowels, because remember in the Torah, you don't have those vowel points. When you see more or mora, it's exactly the same. How you know is female or masculine? You know it by the noun. So right here, mi ata, then you already know it's asking a question to you, masculine. In the same way that you say ba'u ata, Adonai, you know it's masculine. Line number 5, now we're going to practice lamed. Remember, it's an L, okay? La, la, everybody together. Li, li, lo, le, la, li, li, le, lo. Very good. Line number 6. Tal, la, lo, li, lo. Al, nili, na, mal. Very good. Line number 7. Let me move this a little bit. Line number 7. Line number 7. Da, da, di, do, di, do, de, di, da, da, do. As you can see, the dalet is the D, okay? Line number 8, together. Dal, delet, dina, Dani, Mered, Deshe, Dod. And this Dod, it means uncle, but it also means beloved, okay? Exactly like that, also the name of David is write it down. So if you don't have the point of the O there, is a Vav, you can say David as well. But anyways, let's go to line number 9. Together. Talmid. And I'm going to stop right here. Remember the Sheva? Sheva, when it's like that, is also a silent vowel. So that's why I'm saying Talmid. Very good. Talmida. Ani Talmid. Ani Talmida. Very good. Line number 9, you already saw student, okay? Student. And also student but female. So is a Talmid is a masculine student, and Talmida is a female student. Ani Talmid, and if you are a girl, you gotta say Ani Talmida. Ata, referring to who? Saying you, but masculine. Okay, Ata Talmid. At Talmida. You see the two differences of you. Masculine you, Ata. Female you, At. Ata Talmid, At Talmida. Very good. Now number 10. Mi ata? Ani more. Ani Talmid. Ani Dod. Ani Dani. As you saw, this line number 10 is all masculine. Again, line number 10. Mi ata? Who are you? Ani more. I am a teacher, right? Ani Talmid. I am a student. Ani Dod. I am an uncle. Ani Dani. I'm Danny. Okay? Or Daniel. Very good. That's the name. So, either or you can answer. So if you're practicing, for example, with this line, you can answer you can say I'm Ani More and also Ani Talmid. But regularly, if you're a professor or a teacher, you're not a student. Or in the reality, we all are students anyways. But you can, to make it fun, you can say, Mi ata, and then you respond, Ani Talmid, and to another person. Mi ata, Ani More. And like that, to create a conversation. It means, practicing is the key. 11, line 11, let's go to the female version. Okay, line 11. Mi at, Ani mora. And then ask the question again. Mi at, Ani talmida. Mi at, Ani doda. Mi at, Ani danit. And danit could be a name for a girl. Okay, mora, as you know, is teacher. Ani mora. Ani talmida. Ani doda. Doda is beloved as well, female, and also aunt. Okay, very good. Here is a funny picture. All right, if somebody has a question, now is the time to make a question. No questions? Tough milk. So let's continue with Shin. Okay, letter Shin. Let's practice this part. And if you had a question, Pretty much I'm not going to see you because I'm closing the picture for me to be able to read. Okay, so if you have a question, just open the microphone. Line number 12, it says, together with me, she, she, sha, sha, sho, sho, sha, sho, she. Line 13. Ish, isha, sheli, shelo, shishi, shor, shoresh, shar, shir. Very nice. Line 14. Shalosh, Rash, Shel, Rosh, Shar. And right here, I make a mistake. I say Shara, and it's not a Resh, it's a Nun. So you're supposed to say what? Shana. Okay, and it's year, Shana. Year, very good. Sha'al. Sha'al. Very good. And that was a good example of and you probably are laughing, because it's a good example of making mistakes. Remember, when you read in the Hebrew, if you pay attention, if you say something wrong, and we have to correct it right away is one thing. But if you read in the Torah, then that's when you really need to say the correct verse or the correct word or letter, because one thing could change the meaning right away. It's going to be another thing. And the perfect example is the Shema. If you read in the Shema Israel, of course we know it by heart, right? But when you say, for example, Echad, at the end, if you change the for example, the Resh for a Dalet, you know, if you put Echad with the Dalet, if you put a Resh in a place, it's going to mean another thing. And it's going to be really bad. It's not going to say Adonai is one, it's going to be Adonai is other. So it's going to be a catastrophe right there. Okay, continue with line 14. This final line right here. Rosh Hashanah. Okay, Rosh Hashanah, and you guys already know meaning the new year. Rosh Hashanah. Very good. Now practicing the Mem Sofit. The Mem Sofit, all these words are going to be ending with a Mem. Okay? It's going to be ending with at the end. Line 15. Sham. Tam. Ram. Lom. Lim. Im. Dam. Nam. Very good. Line 16. Shalom. Shalom, More. Shalom, Talmid. Okay, this is the greeting that we all every time that we say shalom each other. And remember, shalom means hello. It could be also bye. It could be means peace, and other 8 meanings. That's pretty much has the word shalom. Again, line 16, and I got to read it straight till the point right here. Shalom, shalom more. Shalom talmid. Shalom talmida. Shalom talmidim. Shalom talmidot. Okay, and then the 2 new words right here for the plural. The plurality is right here. It's masculine is im, Talmid, and in plural, Talmidim. Okay, as you all know, Talmidim, the disciples, right? Or the students. And if it were like female students only, it's going to say Talmidot. So from Talmidah, plurality is Talmidot. Shalom Talmidot. Then there's something that I have to clarify right here, because pretty much you say, oh, so only the Talmidim are only men. Well, like in Spanish, if you say the plurality of, for example, everybody, is including also, you say it in Spanish, you say it in masculine way, but it's including the females as well. So for example, right here in the Hebrew, it happens the same thing. If I say Shalom Talmidim, I'm including masculine and female. But if I say Talmidot, in the class are only females. Okay? So it could be that in Talmidim is only masculine, but if I say Talmidim as well in a class, probably there is a lady there, and it's correct. But if I say Talmidot, it's understandable there's no man as a Talmid right there, okay? Here is the same, but in script, okay? Handwriting, it says Shalom, so practice that, okay? And then write it down. When you practice, you got to retain the information. Shalom, Shalom Moreh, Shalom Talmid. Shalom Talmidah, Shalom Talmidim, Shalom Talmidot. Very good. Okay. So that's it. Last week we saw this dialogue. Okay, you can practice. Okay. Let me use these 2 minutes very much to read it. Shalom. Mi'at. Ani Ora. Ani Talmidah. Mi'ata. Ani Dani. Ani Ish. Ani More. At Nili. Lo. Ani lo Nili. Ani Dina. Mi'at. At Mora. Lo. Ani lo Mora. Ani Chaima shel Shira. Mi Shira? Shira Talmidah. Very good. Okay? So that's it for today, everybody. If you guys got a question.
Shalom, this is Messianic Rabbi Andrew Dinnerman. I would personally like to thank you for tuning in to the Remnant's Call each and every week. You can listen to the full message on our website, Bgmctv.org. If you have drawn closer to the King of Kings, learned more about Him today, we are blessed. If you are blessed by these messages, please consider a donation to our ministry. You can go to our website, Bgmctv.org. That's BETHGOYIM.org, and click on the donate button. You do not have to have a PayPal account to donate. All you need is a debit card. Once again, thank you very much for listening to The Remnant's Call.
If you have not taken your first steps to be born again, just ask God's help. Remember, it's His loving grace that has come to find you. No one is worthy or able to reach God, but God can reach us, and He's reaching out to you now. Just open your heart and let Him in. His arms are open, and the blessing of salvation and eternal life are waiting for you. Don't let it wait any longer.
Ya Adonai, Panavolecha, Vikuneka, Yisa Adonai, Panavolecha, Vayasem Lecha, Shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord lift his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious unto you and give you his shalom.
Shalom. My name is Messianic Rabbi Andrew Dinnerman, and I invite you to come to visit our congregation. If you are in the tri-state area, come out and visit with us on Shabbat. We are a congregation of Jews and Gentiles, living as one in the Messiah Yeshua. BGMC is a place of true worship. The focus never wanders from the Hebraic roots of our faith. Beth Goyim is rooted in the Word of God from Bereshit through to the book of Revelation. Messiah's strong words against man-made tradition are carefully recorded in Matthew 7. That is the reason we only follow the straight-up instructions found in Scripture. Truly, the way, the truth, and the life. If you're looking for a deeper walk with Adonai, come out for our Tuesday evening Bible study called Messianic Torah Time. Come, spend a day with us on any Shabbat. We start at 11 a.m. with the sound of the ancient Hebrew shofar. Next, we offer our King praise and worship in English, Hebrew, and Spanish. After worship, we review the headlines in the previous week's news from around the globe, especially news from the Holy Land, Israel. We don't just list the news headlines as current events, but we comb through the scriptures, searching for clues to understand what they mean and then to help pinpoint prophetically our current position on Adonai's clock. After digesting all that modern information, we leave the world behind as we journey with our Adonai deep into his eternal word, not with just one or two scriptures, but usually 7 or more scriptures. The spiritual nourishment and the richness of his kingdom become accessible to the ones who share this special time and seek them out. The day does not end there. Because Shabbat is so special to him, there is always so much more that our King desires to share. So instead of separating and leaving, we stay together as a family for potluck lunch and an afternoon study of our King's Word. We close the Shabbat together with the reading of the new week's parashah. That's the Torah portion. Even after those blessings, many of us just can't get enough. So the members bring prepared homemade foods to share while we all enjoy an uplifting movie together. If all that information is not quite enough, you can check out our website where you will find over 200 video teachings and biblical holy day studies. Under Messianic Torah Time, the Hebrew Roots button, you'll discover free studies on many different topics, including PowerPoint slide presentations. If Beth Goyim sounds like a place you'd love to visit, but you live outside the tri-state area, there is still a way to connect with us. We stream live on the internet on Tuesday, Thursday, and Shabbat. The website is www.bethgoyim.org. That's BETHGOYIM.org. Our phone number is 973-338-7800 or 978-2-YESHUA. That's 978, the number 2, Yeshua. Shalom.